Hey guys, Danny Arrington here with B2B Funding Secrets. Thanks for stopping by. You're probably here for the 2018 Business Loan Guide. And if you're in a big hurry, by all means, go ahead and put your contact information in and you'll have that book emailed to you in the next few minutes. And that's not all. We're going to make sure to continue to send you a lot of really awesome information that's going to help your business run more efficiently. We're going to teach you about a lot of different topics, all related to financing, to make sure that as a business owner, you're always in the know. Speaking of being in the know, we got some facts here that I think that you need to know. Some of these things you're going to already know, but as we begin to quickly dig under the surface, you're going to see a lot of information that I think you're going to find very, very interesting. 99% of the employee firms in the United States are considered small businesses. 28.8 million small businesses in the United States today, with roughly 48% of those registered small businesses being what we call employer firms, or firms that employ at least one or more people. The interesting part is that after 2 years, you're going to have roughly 75% of those business owners left, or roughly 25% of those businesses are going to be out of business. After 5 years, you're looking at somewhere around the neighborhood of 50% of those businesses left. And after only 10 years, we're down to the neighborhood of around 30% of the business owners that started their business still being in business. Last year, it's an interesting number, approximately 860,000 new businesses started and approximately 780,000 businesses closed. A lot of people find it fascinating that many businesses actually start and close each year, but they do. And what's really interesting is the number one reason why those 780,000 companies failed. Any guesses? Money. The same reason why a lot of things fail. 82% of the businesses that will go out of business on average each year are due to economic reasons. Things like cash flow, slow paying customers, maybe you got a poor business model, or just purely mismanagement of funds. But what's even, as we dig below the surface there, 50% of the businesses that are in business are seeking capital on a yearly basis. And I'd be willing to bet you that almost all of the 82% of the businesses that end up failing, almost all of those businesses are probably seeking capital every year before they go out of business. But here's the thing, they all have one thing in common. Almost all of them are going to make their first stop, their first search at the local bank. The problem is, at the bank, is that 76% of bank applications are rejected. They're turned down. 56% of small banks and credit unions applicants are also turned down. So, I've interviewed and sat with and kind of surveyed hundreds of commercial bankers, SBA lenders, micro lenders, a lot of different people. And it really boils down to just a few things. Business owners simply don't understand loan types. They don't understand the requirements for each loan type, and they don't understand documentation. They're just ill-prepared to be making an application. If you knew what the requirements were, if you knew what the documentation requirements were, if you knew what the numbers had to say before you went into a bank, do you think you'd be a little bit more prepared? I bet you would. And that's the whole point of the 2018 Business Loan Guide. We want to teach you, number one, that you do have options. Banks may not be the best option. And if you're anything like me, every time I turn on the radio or the television, or every time I walk into my office, I'm being inundated by working capital lenders, merchant cash advance lenders, commercial bankers. Everywhere you go, somebody's trying to give you a loan. But the problem is those people are selling their product, and they have tunnel vision when it comes to their product. And their product may not be the best fit for you. So what we want to do is make sure that you understand what kind of loans are out there, what kind of requirements are there, of course, the benefits of those various types of loans, to make sure that when you do apply, you're applying for the right loan, that you're prepared, you understand the requirements, and you have the right documentation. So that's the whole reason we wrote the 2018 Business Loan Guide. We'd love for you to just put your contact information in, and you'll get that in your email in the next few minutes, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side. Have a great day.